When a pharmaceutical company develops a new medicine, the process does not end with laboratory research or clinical trials. Before the drug can be approved and reach patients, the company must submit extensive scientific data to regulatory authorities such as the FDA, the European Medicines Agency, and other health agencies around the world. These submissions contain thousands of pages of information, including clinical trial results, safety data, manufacturing processes, and quality documentation. Because of the large volume of information, regulatory agencies require submissions to follow a standardized structure. Over time, three main formats have been used for regulatory submissions: CTD, NeeS, and eCTD. Each format represents an important step in the evolution from traditional paper submissions to modern electronic regulatory systems. Let's start with the Common Technical Document or CTD. The CTD was developed by the International Council for Harmonization, also known as ICH. Its purpose was to create a unified structure for drug applications across major regulatory regions such as the United States, Europe, and Japan. Before CTD was introduced, pharmaceutical companies had to prepare completely different submission formats for each country. This made the regulatory process complicated and time-consuming. The CTD solved this issue by organizing all regulatory information into 5 standardized modules. Module 1 contains regional administrative information such as application forms, prescribing information, and regulatory documents specific to a particular country or region. Module 2 provides summaries and overviews of the scientific data included in the submission. Module 3 focuses on quality information, including details about the drug's chemistry, manufacturing process, and quality controls. Module 4 contains non-clinical study reports such as pharmacology and toxicology studies conducted in laboratories or animal models. Module 5 includes clinical study reports from human trials that demonstrate the drug's safety and effectiveness. Although CTD standardized the structure of submissions, it was originally designed for paper-based applications. Pharmaceutical companies often submitted large volumes of printed documents organized into binders. These submissions could contain tens of thousands of pages. Handling and updating these paper submissions was difficult and expensive. Even small updates could require replacing entire sections of printed material. As digital technology advanced, regulatory agencies began moving toward electronic submissions. This led to the introduction of NeeS or Non-eCTD electronic submissions. NeeS retained the same CTD module structure but replaced paper documents with electronic files. Instead of printed binders, submissions were delivered as PDF files organized in a structured folder system. Each module had its own folder and documents were arranged according to the CTD hierarchy. To make navigation easier, NeeS submissions included bookmarks, hyperlinks, and electronic tables of contents. While NeeS significantly reduced the need for paper and improved document accessibility, it still had an important limitation. It lacked a proper lifecycle management system. Lifecycle management refers to the ability to track how documents change during the regulatory review process. In NeeS submissions, when updates were required, entire documents were often replaced without clearly identifying what had changed. Because of this limitation, NeeS was considered a transitional format, bridging the gap between paper CTD submissions and the more advanced electronic format known as eCTD. The Electronic Common Technical Document, or eCTD, is now the global standard for regulatory submissions. Unlike CTD and NeeS, eCTD is a fully structured electronic system. Documents are organized using an XML backbone, which acts as a digital map connecting all files within the submission. Each regulatory update is submitted as a sequence, representing actions such as the initial application, responses to regulatory questions, or updates to existing information. One of the key advantages of eCTD is its lifecycle management capability. Documents can be marked as new, replace, append, or delete, allowing regulators to easily track changes throughout the review process. In addition, regulatory publishing plays a vital role in preparing these submissions. Publishing involves organizing documents in the correct structure, ensuring proper formatting, and validating the submission before it is sent to regulatory authorities. In conclusion, the transition from CTD to NeeS to eCTD reflects the pharmaceutical industry's shift from paper-based documentation to advanced electronic regulatory systems. Today, eCTD has become the global standard, improving efficiency, transparency, and the overall drug approval process.